Have you started to feel like you're just roommates instead of soulmates? Like something's off, but you can't quite put your finger on it? I'm Michael Flynn, and this is Relationship Reset Academy, where we cut the fluff and get real about reviving connection in marriage. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the real signs, subtle and obvious, that tell you when a husband may be falling out of love. And no, it's not just about less affection or fewer I love yous. It goes deeper than that. Stick around, because the last sign we'll cover, it's the one most people overlook, and it's the loudest red flag of all. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a trick to bring love back stronger than ever. All right, let's get into it. 1. The affection disappears, and I'm not just talking about sex. Let's be real. Physical affection isn't some extra in a relationship. It's not dessert. It's part of the main course. It's what keeps two people bonded on a primal level. I'm talking about the forehead kisses when you're half asleep, his hand finding yours in a crowd, that absent-minded touch on your back while you're cooking dinner. That stuff might seem small, but it speaks volumes. And when it stops happening, when it just dies out with no explanation, it leaves you cold. Now, here's what makes this one so tricky. Sometimes affection doesn't vanish overnight. It just fades quietly. One day he stops kissing you goodbye. Then the hugs get shorter. Then you're lying in bed like strangers with a body-length pillow barrier between you, and no one's saying a word about it. He used to look at you like you were magic. Now it's like he doesn't see you at all. And I know, you probably told yourself, he's just stressed. Maybe you try to be understanding. You gave him space, you didn't want to nag. But deep down it started hurting, because we need touch. It's how love is felt without a single word. And when he stops offering it, or worse, when he pulls away the second you reach out, it's like being emotionally punished for wanting closeness. That's not love going through a rough patch. That's love retreating. And you have every right to notice when the warmth has been replaced by emotional frostbite. Because when a man is still in love, even during hard times, he'll find some way to let you know he still feels something for you. When he doesn't, that silence between you says more than any argument ever could. 2. You feel like you're always the one trying. You're the one bringing the energy, the effort, the hope. You're the glue. And honestly, you're tired of being sticky. Every conversation starts with you. Every text, every hug, every attempt to fix things, it's all on your shoulders. And at some point, you start to wonder, if you stop trying, would anything even happen? That's a scary question, but it's a real one. You plan the date nights. You remember the anniversaries. You check in when things feel off. And he just coasts. There's no initiation, no enthusiasm, no accountability. He's gotten comfortable with your effort. He expects it, maybe even feels entitled to it, but he doesn't match it. And over time, that imbalance chips away at you. You start shrinking. You stop asking for what you want because the disappointment has become predictable. And here's the truth. When love is mutual, effort doesn't feel like begging. It feels like both of you showing up, sometimes at the same time, sometimes one lifting the other, but always in it together. If you're out here, carrying the relationship like a suitcase with one broken wheel, constantly patching it up while he acts like everything's fine, that's not love. That's you trying to hold on to something he's already let go of. Let me ask you this. What would happen if you just stopped trying for 1 week? Would he notice? Would he care? Or would silence be met with silence? Listen, this is your reminder to stop chasing a version of love that only exists in your effort. If you're doing all the work, that's not a partnership. That's emotional labor, unpaid and unreciprocated. And if this hit home, I've got something for you. Head over to romancedictionary.com/marriage. There's a powerful breakdown on what balanced effort looks like and how to reset the emotional seesaw when it's tilted all on your side. You don't have to keep dragging a love that isn't walking beside you. The link is in the pop-up here and in the description below. 3. Conversations have turned into dry transactions. Remember when talking to him felt effortless? You'd stay up too late just talking about nothing. Joking, laughing, dreaming. Even the serious talks had heart behind them. They were laced with curiosity, with care. But now, you're lucky if you get more than 3-word responses. You go from deep conversations to daily briefings. What's for dinner? Did you pick up the mail? I have a meeting. It starts to feel like you're living with a coworker, and not even a friendly one. Communication isn't just about speaking, it's about connecting. You're not just passing information back and forth. You're supposed to be sharing life. And when that stops, when your words start to fall flat or get met with indifference, it hurts in a very specific way. You stop talking not because you have nothing to say, but because it feels pointless. And let me tell you something. If you've ever sat in silence next to someone you love and felt lonelier than if you were actually alone, that's not something you imagined. That's a real red flag. That's your emotional needs waving a flare in the air. It's not about needing him to talk all the time. It's about wanting to feel like your words still matter to him. Because when the person you love stops wanting to talk to you, that's not just distance, it's detachment. And you deserve more than cold replies and a distracted glance. For criticism becomes the default. He used to laugh at your quirks. Now they're on his list of complaints. Remember when he used to call your singing in the car adorably off-key? Now it's just annoying. The little things that made you you, the way you organize your closet, the way you dance when you're excited, the way you need to process things out loud, they've gone from charming to too much. When someone stops loving you, they often rewrite the narrative to match their disconnection. It's uncomfortable to admit you're pulling away from someone good. So instead, they shift the blame. They find reasons to justify the distance. Suddenly, you're too sensitive. You overthink everything. You always want to talk about feelings. And when you push back, now you're starting a fight. You end up walking on eggshells in your own home, trying not to set off the next complaint. But no matter how careful you are, the criticism keeps coming. It's like you've become a problem to be managed instead of a person to be loved. Let me be clear, constructive feedback in a relationship is normal. But constant criticism? That's corrosive. That's love turning sour. That's someone who's no longer choosing to see the good in you, and instead picking apart the rest. If you feel like nothing you do is right anymore, it's not about your worth. It's about his lens. And you don't need to shrink yourself to fit someone else's comfort zone. Love builds. It doesn't belittle. 5. He's emotionally unavailable and fine with it. Let's talk about the walls. The emotional ones. The ones you didn't build, but now you're standing in front of them trying to knock them down with a toothpick. You say things like, I miss how he used to be. You try to express how distant things feel. You open up, hoping he'll meet you halfway. And what do you get? A blank stare, a shrug, or worse, a quick subject change to something completely irrelevant, like what time the trash goes out. There's a difference between someone who doesn't know how to express themselves and someone who doesn't want to. And when your vulnerability gets met with indifference or straight-up avoidance, that's emotional unavailability, plain and simple. And if he's comfortable in that state, if he doesn't even try to meet you where you are emotionally, that's when you know you're not just dealing with poor communication. You're dealing with emotional disconnection that he no longer sees as a problem. Here's the kicker. If you're doing all the emotional lifting while he stays emotionally MIA, you start to carry the entire emotional identity of the relationship. You're the heart, the voice, the feeler. And that's not fair. Relationships thrive on reciprocity. You're not asking for too much. You're asking for what you deserve. If you saw yourself in any of that, don't beat yourself up. Seriously, relationships go through phases, but silence, disconnection, and coldness aren't things you should just accept. They're signals, warnings, and sometimes wake-up calls. You're not here to settle for feeling invisible. You're here because some part of you still believes in connection. And that instinct, it's right. I've seen marriages turn around when one person decided not to give up. If you're wondering where to even begin, there's a powerful guide at romancedictionary.com/marriage that lays out step-by-step how to rebuild the emotional bridge without begging, chasing, or losing yourself in the process. The link is in the pop-up here and in the description below. Before you go, I want to hear from you. What are the signs you've noticed? What hit home today? Drop in the comments. I read every single one. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on the bell so you don't miss what I've got coming next. I'm not just here to talk. I am here to help you rebuild something better. See you in the next one.